Hey, good morning, everybody. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about how I started in entrepreneurship and just how thankful I am for having the opportunities to be an entrepreneur all this time and try everything that really has interested me throughout my life. And that's a great power of being an entrepreneur is you get to build a business around topics, things that interest you, because through the journey of being an entrepreneur in a business, it's going to push you to learn about that business. And again, if you like it, I mean, if you're doing it for the money, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to last. And that's obviously a big message of this channel, which I'm sure you've heard in other places as well. But it's really true. But if you like it, then you'll persevere and you'll go and do the research and get up to speed to be better, to understand more. And you'll want to. You just naturally want to learn more. With Unit Communities, a company that I built over 10 years ago, my most recent company, building modular, volumetric modular housing, energy efficient housing. I get to combine all things I'm interested in energy efficiency, in building in a factory with Legos, getting to play with Legos, which as a kid I've talked about on the channel. I used to love playing with Legos, and so I get to play with real life Legos today. So it hits all the points that interest me. And Warren Buffett, you probably heard him say many times that he would do what he's doing today even if it paid $80,000 a year. It just happens that the thing that interests him, it pays a lot of money, and that's the way you want to look at it. Again, when you're young, I get it. You want to make that money. It's important. It's important at any age, but I think it's just hard. It's really hard. I'm not saying it's impossible to build a business just for the money. A lot of people do it, but I don't know many happy people, let's put it this way, happy people that have built a successful business and made any sort of decent money. That's something they did not enjoy to do. And most people started thinking, hey, there's a lot of money there, but then not liking it. And then a year or two later, they quit because this is a long journey. I mean, Unit Communities is a company I started over 10 years ago. I always kind of use a 2-5-10 rule. Anything you do in business, specifically in entrepreneurship, what I found with my experience is that it takes 2 years just to understand maybe what you're doing, start to understand it. 5 years to maybe start to build something, and 10 years to build something. So it's 2-5-10. So if you don't like it, there's no way you're gonna last. 2 years would be hard, but 10, forget it. And I think that's the most important thing you need to start out with. You need to really have a gut check on that. Do I see myself doing this for the next 10 years? If not, go try something else. There's a lot of things to do in this world, and there's a lot of places that need help, and there's no shortage of businesses that need talented people to go work for or build in that industry. So don't settle for something you don't like. And Steve Jobs, and I'm using all these names because those names will relate to you, and you could probably find a lot of those YouTube videos as well. Steve Jobs, same thing. When Wozniak, those guys were those that were passionate about building a personal computer. They were actually working at HP, at a large computer company, trying to sell that company on the idea of everyone having a personal computer and how big of an opportunity that would be. And fell on deaf ears. Those companies thought they were crazy, right? Who would think that there was a time where well, quote unquote educated corporate folks would say to two guys that you're crazy thinking somebody would have a personal computer one day, when right now I'm recording this on an iPhone. So it's pretty crazy. But anyway, so that didn't stop them. That's really what spurred them to start Apple, is they could not do it at a corporate company. They didn't sit there and say, hey, what's going to make the most money? What's going to revolutionize the world? What's going to make us billionaires, millionaires? That's not how they looked at it. Same for Buffett. Any successful person you see out there, me included, obviously a whole different level, but that's okay. I'm completely content and pleased of where I'm at. The success and failures that I've had, they all make for a complete life. But those guys, right, that's what drove them, is what they enjoy to do, and it's what drives me as well. And so I want to make sure I really drive that point home. At any age, if you want to start a business, is this something you want to do the next 10 years? If not, don't do it. Go try something else until you find something that interests you, a vertical, an industry, a topic, something that interests you where you think about it all the time and you really see yourself being in that world. I guarantee you there's a business model for everything. Everything and every day that we're involved with, there's a business model around it. So You guys have a great day, and I'm trying these shorter form videos. I know people's days are busy, so I'm trying to keep it at 5 minutes. If we do it 10 minutes before, you guys tell me, ask questions, and I'm happy to help. Have a great day.